What's going on YouTube? Dave back again, and today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. This is going to be part 1 in a series that I'm doing on breakdown and maintenance of your spinners. Today's episode is all about bearings. So without further ado, let's roll that intro. Hey, what's going on everybody? I hope everybody has been having a good week. I believe when this is being posted up, it is on Friday. Today I wanted to bring you something a little bit different, a little special, and I hope you guys enjoy. So no reviews going on today, but links for some of these products, which I ended up breaking down so I can show you guys the bearings, will be down in the description as usual. Next episodes will be maintenance and cleaning of your bearings, the different ways that you can do that. I have a secret method that's going to be in another video on how to make your bearings go even faster. And then lastly, I'm going to show you guys how to maintain your custom spinners that are the different style of metals and how to keep them all nice and shiny and looking tip top. So without further ado, I'm going to get you guys down a little bit closer so we can take a look at these. All right, guys. So as you can see, I have a bunch of different spinners broken down. We have the Alcor over here, the Angry Wolf. What do we got? We got the Droplet, which I don't have broken down. I need to show you the bearing that is in there. We have the iFidget. We have the Compass, which I haven't reviewed yet. And then just a bunch of buttons for the rest of these over here. So what we have down here in the bottom row, and I will be taking you guys up closer to show you guys, we have 608 bearings, then we have 606 bearings, then we have r188 bearings, and these are probably some of the smallest that end up going in here, but I want to show you all the different ones and the different ways that they end up being made up. So without further ado, let's jump down closer so I can give you guys a nice up close view and give you some info. All right, so first off, let's go over the different styles of bearings that there are. So first off, you have what is considered a standard. Standard are bearings with chrome or steel races, balls and retainers and shields. So that basically means almost something like this, that everything is going to be metal in there. You have full ceramic, which is something like this style over here, where everything, the outer ring, inner ring, and even the retainer is ceramic. Then you have a ceramic hybrid, where your outer and inner shell is stainless steel or steel, and then you have ceramic, either the race that's in there and the bearings. Sometimes it's only the bearings that's in there. Now sometimes you'll wonder when you end up picking up mainly on this style, which are more of the skateboard style and also longboard, things like that, you'll see that they have ABEC ratings. Now ABEC ratings are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The higher the ABEC rating, the tighter the tolerances, making the bearing more precision. Now that being said, something like a 7 or 9 bearing rating may be appropriate if you're doing a certain speed. They are rated for about 20,000 RPMs, so that makes it about 127 miles an hour, somewhere in there. It is basically the higher the number. If you're talking a 7 or 9, you're talking a Lamborghini, versus something like this that's probably about a 3, which is kind of like a Prius. Now I have done some research and I have ended up finding out a lot of people end up saying that there's so much debate, and it's super crazy. Either A, people love ceramic because they feel that they go faster, or B, that the bearings are a little more sloppy because ceramic is not the same tolerance as stainless steel. Well, let me say, after doing some research, that I ended up finding out ceramic is designed more for high heat tolerances, which means it doesn't need as much lubrication. It can spin at a much higher RPM, and the reason that there's a little bit of play in the bearings is to allow for expansion of the bearings themselves. Technically, you would have to take one of these ceramic bearings, put on a drill, run it at full speed for who knows how long before it would end up swelling enough to make that really tight tolerance. So technically, it is not necessary to run out and buy a full hybrid setup for your spinner. It's not going to really increase your spin time any more than a full ceramic kit, or just having the ceramic bearings with the metal races and everything. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. All right, so taking a look at these first, these are going to be your 608 bearings, starting at the most expensive probably, because these are about $35 each. You'll see I actually wrote on the side of them so I can remember each one. This is actually a 7-ball. So these are black ceramic balls that are in here. The inside and outside ring are ceramic, and the race that's in there is ceramic. Now it does need to be cleaned. It does feel a little rough. Ceramic is pretty smooth, but this does feel a little bit rough right now because it's dirty. It's dirty. I haven't used it in a while. Next up, you have a hybrid. Now this is a stainless steel. Actually, if I remember correctly, this is a stainless steel with a ceramic race and then ceramic balls that are in there. You are not going to get the same spin times as you do in, let's say, the 606 or even the r188. Because the balls and everything are much smaller, therefore they spin at a faster rate, less friction, and those have a tendency of having more balls in there. This one is a 7-ball, and I think all of these are actually a 7. This one is this is a plastic race that's in here. I don't think it's ceramic because it's too flexible. But so you have the race that's in there, you have the black ceramic balls that are in there, and then you have a stainless steel rim that's on there. This one is actually very nice. This actually ended up coming out of the Pro Fidget, I believe, from Spinnercraft. I ended up getting a couple of these while Philip still had them, and this one I broke down so that I could show you guys. Now, one of the things I ended up finding interesting, this is one of the bearings that just came out of a just normal fidget spinner. And I ended up taking the sleeves off, which are these. They're just plastic. They do come in metal as well. And you can see there is still grease packed in there, but I want to show you what it looked like. So you have the plastic race that's in there, or sleeve, however you want to end up calling it. And then you have 7 steel balls that are in there. I'm not cleaning this out right now because that will go into the next episode to show you how to fully clean these out. But yeah, this is a 7-ball as well. And this is just what it looks like with the sleeve still on there. Really easy to pop those off. The hard ones are the ones that you end up getting that the sleeve on here is metal. I'm going to go over this one real quick because to get it out of the way and so I don't drop anything on it. This is the Phenom ring spinner. I love this guy, number 002. You know I gotta get the limited numbers. This bearing, I am not sure what size it is. I would like to find another one, and I believe that Razer is sending me a new style that they came out with that is going to be a little smoother. I think this is a ceramic inner and outer, and it is really comfortable, but it is noisy. Moving on to the 606 bearings. And it's kind of hard to keep track of which ones came out of which, so hopefully I remember. But you'll see these are a little bit different. This is a 10-ball, and this is a 6-ball, and this one's a 7-ball. So this one over here, you have a steel inner and outer. You have the plastic, and I haven't determined whether they're ceramic or not. You have the plastic race that's in there, and then you have the white ceramic balls. Moving on to the next one up the list, you have this one that has 7 black ceramic balls, and then the steel or stainless steel inner and outer. And I'm going to keep this one out because I'm going to show you the easy way to be able to completely take apart your bearings if you're wanting to go super crazy with cleaning them. And then this one right here, this is the 10-ball. Still same diameter, same inner and outer ring, little bit different tolerances. You can see that this inner ring is a little bit thicker, but for the most part they're about the same. It's just a different size. This ring is a little bit thicker that's on the inside, but I think that you actually get more spin out of this one because it's a 10-ball and they're smaller. And then I almost forgot this little guy that's sitting up here. So this is the DUEBEL Droplet. This is an 8-ball. So we had what? A 10, 6, 7, and then 8. Now this one is a metal inner and outer ring plastic race, and then 8 stainless steel balls that are inside of it. So the combination of, there's not a universal. It depends on the company and everything. And one of the things I want to go through in part of the series is showing you guys how to basically polish the inside of here, because depending on the manufacturer, you know, a lot of these are made in China. I know like the German made ones are really well made, and some companies, you know, really tout on that. And you know, where a lot of the China ones, they're not held to the same standards and everything as, say, USA or Europe, things like that. So that's something to keep in mind. Sometimes the balls aren't completely spherical. Sometimes there's a little wobble in there, and that will affect things. So here we have a standard r188 bearing. This is a 10 ball. Now the race that's in here is not removable, and the reason for that is the way they end up manufacturing this. The race is in 2 pieces. They take one side, which is on the under, and then going through the process, the other side gets put down in there, and they actually get spot welded together. So they are a permanent fixture. If these end up breaking and falling apart, you're pretty much SOL. This is the iFidget. Now, I'm not exactly sure why they ended up going with this. It is press fit in here, and I do need to mess with it because it's pressed a little bit further to one side than the other. And I prefer things where you're able to take it out. It's kind of a catch-22 with something like this. I had the Hyperstone. Hyperstone was great. Bearing slid in, and there was an Allen screw that went into the side. The downside is, if you had the screw tight enough to hold the bearing in where it wasn't going to slip out, if you got a little too rough with it or just too aggressive with it, then it would actually crimp onto the balls and everything, and then it would actually slow down the spin time. So, I mean, in one hand, it's great that they're doing this and they're press fit in there. The downside is, if you're wanting to replace them or you need to, it is a pain in the butt to do so. But you will see that this actually has the metal cover on here on both sides. This actually kind of makes sense because it'll keep out more dust and stuff, but there is still gaps and it will get in there, and it just makes it more difficult to clean in the long run. So I might see about popping those off, but I wanted to show you these anyway because they are a variation. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just wanted to go over, make a quick video on just bearings themselves. Next video will be breakdown and cleaning in different solutions, be it soap, then water, then an alcohol rinse, cleaning in straight alcohol, cleaning in acetone. What kind of oil did I end up using when I do use oil? And yes, I do in some of mine. And it significantly quietens down the bearings, but at the same time, it slows down the spin time. So it's kind of a catch-22. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely click that subscribe button right up there. If you want to check out one of my other videos, go ahead, click right there, right there. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, YouTube.